Hey everyone and welcome. Ever feel like you're just going through the motions, like you're stuck in a rut and craving something more? Yeah, we've all been there. I know I have. The truth is, we all have the power within us to transform our lives, to create a reality that feels aligned with our deepest desires. But sometimes we just need a little nudge in the right direction, a little reminder of the magic that resides within each and every one of us. That's why I'm so excited to share this journey with you. Over the next few chapters, we're diving into 6 life-changing habits that have the power to completely transform your life in just 60 days. And the best part? These aren't some crazy, impossible things. They're small, simple shifts in your daily routine that can create massive ripples of change. So, are you ready to unlock your full potential and step into the most amazing version of yourself? Let's do this. Alright, let's dive right into habit number 1, silence. And no, I don't just mean turning down the volume on your TV. I'm talking about carving out 30 minutes every single morning for absolute glorious quiet time. Think of it like this. Your mind is a high-powered computer, constantly processing information, juggling to-do lists, and replaying memories. And just like any computer, it needs time to defrag, to clear out the cache, and reboot. That's what those 30 minutes of silence are for. No phone, no news, no distractions, just you, a quiet space, and the incredible power of your own thoughts. Let your mind wander, process, and create space for clarity. You might be surprised by what bubbles up when you finally give yourself permission to just be. Insights, ideas, and a renewed sense of purpose often hide in the stillness. Now I know what you're thinking. 30 minutes? Are you serious? Trust me, I get it. We live in a world that's constantly demanding our attention. Notifications are buzzing, emails are piling up, and there's always something vying for our precious time. But here's the thing, you deserve those 30 minutes. You deserve to start your day feeling centered, grounded, and in control, rather than scattered, reactive, and overwhelmed. And the more you commit to this practice, the easier it becomes. Start by setting your alarm just 30 minutes earlier than usual. Resist the urge to grab your phone. Instead, find a comfortable spot, close your eyes, and just breathe. It might feel a little strange at first, even a little uncomfortable, but stick with it. Those 30 minutes will become something you crave, a sacred space to connect with yourself before the day's demands take over. The benefits of a daily silence practice are profound. You'll find yourself feeling calmer, more focused, and less reactive throughout the day. You'll be more present in your interactions and better equipped to handle whatever challenges come your way. But it goes even deeper than that. Silence allows you to tap into your intuition, that inner voice that often gets drowned out by the noise of everyday life. It's in those quiet moments that you connect with your true self, your values, and your deepest desires. This is about so much more than just 30 minutes of quiet time. It's about reclaiming your power, your focus, and your inner peace. It's about creating a life that's aligned with your authentic self, and it all starts with silence. Now that we've cleared some mental space with silence, let's talk about habit number 2, gratitude. And no, this isn't about slapping on a fake smile and pretending everything's perfect. Gratitude is about actively shifting your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. It's about training your brain to see the good, even when things are tough. Here's how we're going to do it. Every morning, after your 30 minutes of silence, take out a journal and write down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be anything. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of your child's laughter, or even just the fact that you woke up with a beating heart. Now here's the key. Don't just jot down the obvious things. Challenge yourself to dig a little deeper. Instead of writing "my family," think about a specific moment that filled you with love and appreciation for them. Maybe it was the way your partner made your coffee this morning, or the silly joke your kid told you last night. The more specific you are, the more powerful this practice becomes. Remember, gratitude isn't about ignoring the challenges in your life, it's about choosing to focus on the good, even amidst the difficult. It's about recognizing that even on the toughest days, there's still so much to be thankful for. This simple practice of writing down 3 things you're grateful for each morning has the power to completely transform your perspective. When you start your day with gratitude, you're essentially priming your brain to look for the positive throughout the day. You'll find yourself noticing the good in people, appreciating the little things, and feeling more optimistic overall. But it doesn't stop there. Gratitude has a ripple effect. When you're feeling grateful, you're more likely to be kind, compassionate, and generous towards others. you radiate positive energy which can uplift those around you and create a more positive environment for everyone. So grab that journal and let's get grateful. Alright, let's talk about connection. And no, I don't mean swiping right or racking up likes on social media. I'm talking about real, genuine human connection. The kind that lights you up from the inside out. And you know what? It's often found in the smallest of interactions. Think about it. A smile exchanged with a stranger in the grocery store, a quick chat with the barista making your coffee, or even just holding the door for someone. These tiny moments might seem insignificant, but trust me, they pack a powerful punch. They remind us that we're all in this crazy thing called life together, and they have a ripple effect. That warmth and kindness you put out there, it spreads, making the world a little brighter, one interaction at a time. And who knows, that stranger you smile at might just turn into a friend. Now I get it. Talking to strangers doesn't come naturally to everyone. You might be thinking, are you kidding? I barely make eye contact in the elevator. Listen, I used to be the same way. I was a card-carrying introvert, perfectly content in my own little bubble. But then, I realized something. That bubble, as comfy as it was also keeping me from experiencing some of the most amazing connections life has to offer. So, I started small, a compliment here, a question there. And you know what? It wasn't scary at all. In fact, it was kind of fun. Stepping outside your comfort zone is like flexing a muscle. The more you do it, the easier it gets. And the rewards? They're immeasurable. So go ahead, challenge yourself to have one meaningful interaction with a stranger every day. You might be surprised by what you discover. Here's the thing about genuine connection. It can't be forced. It's not about networking or trying to impress anyone. It's about showing up authentically as yourself and being open to the possibility of connection, no matter where you find it. So, ditch the small talk and ask meaningful questions. Be genuinely interested in the people you meet. Listen with your heart, not just your ears. Share a little bit of yourself, too. Vulnerability is a magnet for connection. It draws people in and creates a space for real, honest interaction. Remember, building meaningful connections takes time and effort, but it's so worth it. These connections enrich our lives, provide support during tough times, and remind us that we're not alone in this journey. So, go out there and connect, my friend. You never know what amazing relationships are waiting to be discovered. Okay, let's talk about giving. And I'm not just talking about writing a check or donating to your favorite charity, although those are amazing things too. I'm talking about integrating small acts of generosity into your everyday life. It could be as simple as helping someone carry their groceries, offering your seat on the bus, or even just lending a listening ear to a friend in need. The point is, it's not about grand gestures or expecting anything in return. It's about spreading a little bit of kindness and making someone's day a little bit brighter. Trust me, the feeling you get from giving without expecting anything in return is priceless. It fills your cup, makes you feel connected to something bigger than yourself, and reminds you of the power of human kindness. And you know what? It's contagious. You might be surprised by the impact even the smallest acts of giving can have. Think about it. That compliment you gave a stranger, it could have been the boost of confidence they needed to get through a tough day. That $5 you donated to a cause you believe in, it could be helping to change someone's life. We often underestimate the power of our actions. But the truth is, even the smallest acts of kindness can create a ripple effect that extends far beyond what we can see. So, don't get caught up in thinking that your contributions don't matter. They do. Every single one of them. Remember, giving isn't about the size of the gesture. It's about the intention behind it. It's about showing up for others, even in small ways, and making the world a more compassionate and loving place. And who knows, you might even inspire others to do the same. Here's the thing about giving. It's not just about making a difference in the lives of others, it's about making a difference in your own life too. When you lead with generosity, you open yourself up to a whole new level of joy, fulfillment, and purpose. You start to see the world differently, and you realize that even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty, there is always an opportunity to make a positive impact. So, challenge yourself to make giving a part of your daily routine. Look for opportunities to help others, even in small ways. And don't forget to give to yourself too. Whether it's taking some time for self-care, pursuing your passions, or simply allowing yourself to rest and recharge, giving yourself the gift of kindness is just as important as giving to others. Remember, giving isn't about depleting yourself, it's about filling yourself up from the inside out. It's about living a life that is aligned with your values and making a difference in the world, one act of kindness at a time. So go out there and give generously, my friend, and watch how it transforms your life and the lives of those around you. Okay, let's talk about feelings. And no, I don't mean the warm and fuzzies. I'm talking about the anger, the sadness, the anxiety, all that messy, uncomfortable stuff we usually try to shove under the rug. We're so used to pushing away those tough emotions. We distract ourselves with social media, bury ourselves in work, or just plain deny they exist. But here's the thing, those emotions are real. They're valid. And they're trying to tell you something important. Instead of running from those feelings, what if we just sat with them for a minute? I know, it sounds crazy, right? Why would we want to invite discomfort? Well, think of it this way. Imagine your emotions are like storm clouds passing through the sky. They might be dark and heavy, but they're temporary. They'll move on eventually. And by allowing yourself to feel them fully, you actually help them pass faster. Here's the thing about emotional awareness. It's not about letting your emotions control you. It's about learning to observe them without judgment. So the next time you're feeling overwhelmed, instead of immediately reacting, hit the pause button. Take a few deep breaths. Notice the physical sensations in your body. Where do you feel that emotion? Is it a tightness in your chest? A knot in your stomach? Just observe it. This is where the magic happens. When you create space between the feeling and your reaction, you empower yourself to choose a different path. You're no longer at the mercy of your emotions. You're in the driver's seat. And that, my friend, is true freedom. Emotional awareness is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And just like physical exercise builds your physical resilience, facing your emotions head-on builds your emotional resilience. Remember, life is full of ups and downs. It's going to throw curveballs your way. But by developing emotional awareness, you'll be ready to handle whatever comes your way. You won't crumble under pressure. You'll be able to navigate challenges with grace and strength. This isn't about being happy all the time, it's about being present with all of your emotions, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And trust me, the more you practice, the easier it gets. You got this. Okay, let's talk about something that can be tough but incredibly liberating: forgiveness. And I'm not just talking about forgiving others, but also, and perhaps more importantly, forgiving yourself. We tend to be our own harshest critics. We replay past mistakes in our minds, beating ourselves up for things we said or did, or even things we didn't say or do. But holding on to guilt and regret is like carrying around a heavy weight. It weighs you down, keeps you stuck in the past, and prevents you from moving forward. Remember, you're human, you're allowed to make mistakes. Everyone messes up sometimes. It's part of the learning process. So, how do we actually practice forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness? It's simpler than you think. Each night before you go to bed, take a few minutes to reflect on your day. Think about one thing you could have done differently or better. Maybe you snapped at a loved one, procrastinated on an important task, or didn't speak up when you should have. Acknowledge it without judgment. Now here's the important part. Consciously choose to let it go. Visualize yourself releasing that burden, that weight you've been carrying. Say to yourself, I forgive myself for... It might feel strange at first, but with practice, it becomes easier. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of incredible strength. It takes courage to acknowledge our flaws, to let go of the past, and to move forward with grace. And the more you practice forgiveness, the lighter you'll feel. You'll free up so much mental and emotional space for joy, love, and peace. Remember, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It's not about condoning bad behavior. It's about releasing yourself from the pain of the past and stepping into the present moment with a clean slate. So there you have it, 6 seemingly small habits that can have a monumental impact on your life. Remember, true transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's built through small, consistent actions taken day after day, even when no one's watching. Start today. Commit to these simple practices for the next 60 days and see what happens. I bet you'll be amazed by the results. If this video inspired you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our Magical You YouTube channel for more empowering content. Remember, the best version of you is already inside you, just waiting to emerge. Now go out there and make it happen.